But since 86, we did not know where it was. And I will have to tell you this as an interjection, that most of the statues that have returned have come back from the United States. Keep that in mind. And what does it say about the relationship between our two cultures? One of the reasons the statues come back is because when the collectors get to know that from Nepal, the statue is lost or stolen or lifted, at the point when it is still being revered, पूजा गर्दा गर्दै चोरी भएका हुन्, यो कुरा हामीले उता बताउन सक्ने बित्तिकै सबैमा भन्दिन, I won't say everybody, but there is almost an alacrity among some collectors who say, can we give it back? From looted art. And we have our task ahead of us. And it's a beautiful task. It's a tough task, but this is what we had been wishing for. In the last 2 years, the acceleration of return of deities has meant that it has stopped making front page news, except for very, very concerned journalists who write about it, such as Devendraji in the audience. Otherwise, we would, and I have even written about this, we want a state where the statue return doesn't make news anymore because so much is coming back. Because you know, myself a journalist, you know, journalists go for dog bites man. So if the statues are coming back at a clip, then, but that's only the problem of journalists. The problem of those of us who are involved in heritage and return, including Ravindraji, and now a spawning of a great group of people who have worked individually but have also come together in a group called the Nepal Heritage Restoration Campaign, NHRC, is when you bring the statues back, it's not enough to move it from one museum to another museum. You also want it to go back to the society, to the toll, to the bahal, to the niche, to the pedestal that it came from. And then you have to make sure you have to protect it. You have to give it security. And the challenges now are going to be overwhelming. As Sanjay Adhikari, the lawyer who's here with us, his job is to write the paperwork, and it's getting overwhelming. So we do need assistance from anywhere, UNESCO, the US government, wherever, on keeping this momentum going, because it is good for the whole world and not just for Nepal. But Nepal, just as in climate change, we are a great place, like a thermometer of climate crisis. Nepal is also could be a great emblematic case for a positive campaign, not the angry, quote-unquote, anti-imperialist campaign to give our statues back. No, a more mellow, a more logic-oriented, a pleasant movement, if we can have such a campaign to bring back the statuary and take them back to the original places. Nepal has a lot of soft power. But if that soft power is not projected, then we cannot aspire to take advantage of our soft power. And that is where I believe we need leadership such as the United States Embassy under Randy Barry has provided in this instance of statue, idol, artifact return. That the more we can do it, Nepal will be grateful, Nepal will be happy, Nepali society will feel comforted, but we also are able to tell the rest of the world heritage has got to, whether it's Africa, whether it's Latin America, whether it's Indonesia or Cambodia, heritage has to be returned. But returning is not enough. The local society has to demand and work to be capable of the receipt back. And this, starting with the United States, where the starting gun is already off, so to speak, but we must talk to France, we must talk to UK, Singapore, we must talk to India, where there's a lot of stolen art from Nepal. And recently, a lot of location of our stolen art in China. How do we do this? Is the issues for the future. We should also talk, right at the end, I'll share with you, not just security of the returned statues, but new issues that are coming to the fore, such as the quality and the grade of vermilion that is applied on the gods. When the gods have gone overseas, they are polished and placed antiseptic under a spotlight, which is not what they were made for. But at the very least, they are protected from low-grade vermilion with God knows what kind of chemicals that will erode away the visage of those incredible statues. So, lots to be done, lots of soft power, but needing in production. I would say soft power needs projection. Ambassador Randy Berry of the United States Embassy has been part of that projection, and may there be many more like you.
Thank you so much, Kanak sir, for your truly inspiring, eye-opening, and touching speech.
statue to my right of Lakshmi Narayan was produced by Ravi's team in Hanauti. The original of this piece resided for a while at the Dallas Museum of Art. My team worked very closely with Nepali and American authorities to properly document ownership and provenance of this piece, which ultimately saw this piece surrendered first to the custody surrendered to the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the U.S. and then to the Embassy of Nepal in Washington, D.C.
कतिको लक्ष्मीनारायण मूर्ति जुन अहिले पाटन सङ्ग्रहालयमा राखेको छ अब त्यो चाहिँ आज हामी लक्ष्मीनारायणको मन्दिरमा चाहिँ पुनर्स्थापना गरेर आजभन्दा अगाडि जुन स्थितिमा थियो अब त्यही स्थितिमा रहनेवाला छ यो चाहिँ हामी नेपालीहरूको लागि एउटा ऐतिहासिक दिन पनि छ
I think that we're seeing a beginning of a trend to bring back Nepal's gods from the United States, from Europe, from other countries where they have now ended up. So I hope this is the first of many such celebrations.
नेपाल स्थित अमेरिकन एम्बेसी र एफबिआईको हामीले राम्रो सपोर्ट पाएको हुनाले चाहिँ यो काम चाहिँ राम्रोसँगले सम्पन्न भयो